Hello and welcome back to Torment. So, we created a character, we are a clever nano, and let's just see what the future holds for us. Spectre. Everything about this spectral figure seems dreamlike. He's a hazy silhouette who seems to be made of blue glass smoke. He wears stylish, well-cut clothes. He's handsome. Bearded face seems hauntingly familiar, though you have never seen him before. He breathes a sigh of relief when he sees you. We weren't sure that would work. We pooled our strength and channeled it through me to reach you, to wake you up. He glances at the other figures here and frowns unhappily. It took more out of them than we thought. The other reflections, they're more like shadows now. Look, I bet you've got a lot of questions. This whole place is basically your mind. Your body is still out there in the real world, healing from that fall. You need to get out there and finish the process. He shrugs. It shouldn't be too hard. Before I met you, it felt like something was haunting me. Do you know what it was? I said I had to finish the process? What do you mean by that? That's just as the first thing. Before I met you, it felt like something was haunting me. Do you know what it was? He closes his eyes. That's a memory I don't want to recall. Large, black, furious. It's our death. It's the sorrow. Closes his eyes. I hope it's lost interest in you. If it finds you, we are done for. You said I had to finish the process. What do you mean by that? After you wake up from this dream state and attune to the tides, you'll need to find something called a resonance chamber. Your body should have landed somewhere near it. Just climb inside that and everything will be fine. What do you mean, attuned to the tides? Tides are like a force, gravity, or magnetism or something, except they respond to people's actions and perceptions. Your body, that is. Your body in the real world needs the tides to survive. It's not something you need to worry about. Your body will attune as it wakes up. What's a resonance chamber? I remember pieces about it, but not the whole. It's a crystal sarcophagus. I remember it having 5 mechanical arms around it and a metal ring set in the floor. I think we were aiming for it when we fell. When you open your eyes in the real world, it should be nearby. Who are those other people? You call them reflections? That's what they are called. As I said, it's your mind. You'll find reflections of people you knew, people you met in the real world, and with whom you shared some kind of physical connection. I don't know how or why, it just happens. If this place is my mind, why don't I remember any of this, any of you? It's your mind, a construct built to, I don't know, share thoughts, store your true self. Wait, you know how people say, in the first place? This is definitely the first place of your memory. Well, it was the first place for me anyway. You probably know better since it's yours. If you don't remember now, maybe it'll come back to you later. Who are you? He pauses and looks down at himself, considering a long time before answering. I'm you. I'm a part of your mind, a splinter. I was waiting here for you. We called you with the memories of the others who are here. I don't know what happened next. How do you know all this? All that you're telling me? He throws up his arms in frustration. I'm just a part of you. I look at you and I know. This place was made for you, for us, and I remember the pieces of knowledge that come to me when you ask your questions, but that's all. So how do I get back to the real world? There's a portal down there. It'll take you back to your body. Just step through it, and the whole tides thing should take care of itself. He crosses his arms. When you wake up, Find the resonance chamber and activate it. Then we can... What in the hell is that? No. Dark Polyp! God, there's a sorrow! Oh no, I don't like the look of that. Run! Just so you know, I'm a big puss, I don't want to fight that thing. The sorrow is anchored to those reflections, it's devouring their power. We have to get rid of them, destroy its anchors, or else the sorrow will erase us forever. Oh? I don't know. A crisis begins when you enter into a dangerous situation. Crises are turn-based encounters where you can fight, sneak, manipulate the environment, or talk your way out of the trouble. I wanna talk my way out of it. Each turn you can take one... what action is that? One action to attack or activate an ability. You can also make one move. Okay, so I can move and attack once. That reflection near you. Kill it! You loosen the sorrow's anchor. How do I kill it? Use to attack an enemy or move to a position. Try clicking on the highlighted character now. Okay, how do I do it? Attack, 65%. It would suck if I missed. An effort can be applied to attacks to increase your chance to hit. As with other tasks, each level of effort increases your chances by 20% at the cost of 1 point from a stat pool. Unarmed attacks use speed, but other weapons and abilities may use might or intellect instead. Interesting. So, we definitely don't want to miss this. Oh, come on! I messed up. Okay. Whew. Now run! Get to the next one! Can't believe I risked my life on an 85%. You can sacrifice your action for the turn to do double move instead of attacking. The movement preview line turns purple when over a position that requires a double move. Okay. So how do I do this? Oh, that's a double move. Attack out of range. So I need to just run up to this guy. Don't worry, I'm coming. I'm gonna punch you in the face. You're like me, I'm just... Whoa. What is that? I don't like the look of that. Just hold still and get punched in the face. When you apply effort to an attack, it also increases the damage you deal. Different weapons and abilities gain different amounts of bonus damage from effort. Okay. So, 1 plus 2. Okay, die! Die, reflection. You've already used your action this turn, and you will need to wait until the next turn to deal with another reflection. You can move somewhere to spend your remaining move. But if you want to end the turn early, you can click the end turn button in the lower left. I know, I'm okay with moving. Uh-oh. What is it doing now? It's infecting somehow! Fellows. Fellows are temporary conditions or status effects that can improve or reduce a character's status. The sorrow has just placed a fellow on the remaining reflection. You can remove this fellow, but you may find a way to overcome it. How do I overcome it? How do I remove it? So we just gotta be really careful here. I'm not sure how to do it. May as well punch him in the face, perhaps? I don't know. I guess that's my best call. Let's go with that. Punch him in the face? That should work, right? No, it didn't work. Damn. The armor stat reduces physical damage. The fellow the sorrow placed on this character has boosted its armor by 10. Meaning it will absorb 10 points of damage from each attack. This reflection's armor is now too high for you to overcome with your unarmed attack. Wow. Skiss! The reflection is protected somehow. You need to find a way to hit it even harder. How? Grab that piece of mirror glass. It might have enough residual energy to kill the reflection. What glass? Oh. Stuff on the ground? To pick up loot, use left mouse button on the highlighted object and click take all or double click or the individual item you want. Okay, let's go there. Going there! Shard. Fine, take it. Can I take all? Go! Uh-oh, sorry, don't do that. To activate an item, left click on the item's icon on bar above your portrait, then click on the character you want to target. Okay. I thought it was a weapon. No, it's a special item. It was 13 physical damage. Okay, take that. I healed up. Zero, get lost. We don't need black polyps around here. We pried it loose. That thing is a cancer, an infection. It's unstoppable, but you stopped it. Yep, I'm kinda cool. He holds his head in his hands. I can't believe it found us in here. He looks at you, terror in his eyes. That thing, the sorrow, it's been hunting you. It's what killed you in the first place. It'll keep hunting you until you activate the resonance chamber. I didn't remember until I saw it, but that's why the chamber is so important. You have to get back and activate the chamber before it's too late. The portal to your body is in that shivering dome here. There, go now. Ah, that's awfully convenient. Okay, I'm taking it. See you later, illusion, reflection. It's interesting that, again, says sometimes failing a task leads to more interesting results.
Where did he fall from? His body smashed to talc. It's a wonder he's still breathing.
All I saw was the corona, not his origin point. But look, he's healing already. Spontaneous regeneration.
You look at it. Wait, I know that face. Oh. Oh. Alligator? Which one of you is that? I don't know. I don't know if that's the woman or the man. What was that? What did you do? Castoff. His tone has become accusatory, suspicious. You open your eyes. The first thing you notice is that this man's kaleidoscope of tattoos running across his forearms. He wears a long, dark coat belted at the waist, supplies filling the pockets. His boots are worn and stained with years of travel. You blame me? You blame me? He emitted an internal psychological reaction in response to the fall, probably related to the fantastic healing process. Obviously, Alligator. Her voice rolls and hisses, and you have to rub your eyes to be sure that you are not seeing double. Faint echoes of her actions trail from her, each nearly mimicking her, though some act and react to stimuli that you can't perceive. Her vivid hair and outrageous clothing remain constant through these shadows. Alligator? I gotta find a unique voice for these two, but... Oh yes, it is obvious, Castoff. His voice is grim and clipped, then he sees you looking grim. You are no ordinary mortal, we know that much. Start talking. His face is hard and set. Scan thoughts. He's the changing god. Castoff is deliberately blinding herself, but why? What? So, Alligator knows that I'm the changing god. I'm no ordinary mortal. What do you mean? You really don't know? He cocks his head to the side. I'm starting to think you are not him. starting to think, Aligern? Tell me, is it a novel experience? Scan thoughts. Aligern is being more paranoid than usual. How long must I put up with him? It's his face. I've never seen any other people rebuild themselves like that. Only the changing god could have healed so quickly. He sighs and, what? Oh, never mind that. I messed it up. It was him. He sighs and rubs his face, trying to regain his composure. Maybe he could help me for a change. You know what this means to me. You're familiar with the word changing, Aligern. It implies inconsistency. Thus, the changing god may well have changed. Several versions of her shrug, and she addresses you. You have to forgive him. He believes you're someone he once knew, even though it's painfully obvious to anyone that you're newly born. Her most solid self curtsies, while others bow and spin. I and my sisters am Calastige. This is Aligern. We are explorers, knowledge seekers. That's how we came to be in this room. If I'm not mistaken, you are what we call a Castoff. The changing god created you, your body and mind. Your sire used your body for a time, then abandoned it for reasons of his own. When his mind departed for a new experience, you were born in his Castoff shell. Where are we? What is this place? Sanctum of your sires. The common belief is that he has several such places throughout the Ninth World, possibly over worlds as well. We were only just able to gain entry to this one because of your grand entrance. Who is the changing god? Ha! That's something coming from you. She gives him a sidelong glance. The changing god is your sire, dear. He discovered the path to immortality long ago, a means to transfer his self to a new body of his own creation. I don't think he knew, however, that when he abandoned one body, one mind was birthed to fill the void. Oh, he knew, all right. He eyes you up and down coldly. The only thing the changing god cares about is himself. He doesn't give a single thought for those he leaves behind. Scanning thoughts. He sees us as experiments, not humans. Okay. Scan thoughts? Definitely a must-have. So, are there other Castoffs? Dozens, hundreds. What can I say? Your sire has been doing this for several centuries. Though, if all of them were born the way you claim to have been, it's a wonder any of them survive. So you say I was born when the changing god left, but why am I not dead? I used the cipher to slow your fall further, but the damage still would have killed an ordinary person. But think about it. If you're the kind of person who can make your body into anything you want, what do? If you've constructed bodies for centuries, you want to make each one better than the last. You won't live forever. You're not going to let your life end by accident. No, you make strong bodies, fast, powerful, maybe throw in regeneration while you're at it. The changing god has always been vain. He rarely stays long in a shell. That doesn't suit his self-image. She looks you up and down, her smile suddenly unnerving. Perhaps the changing god fled because he didn't want to wear those scars of yours. Come on, those give me character. If the changing god abandoned my body, where is he now? If he abandoned your body, then his consciousness fled to another. He eyes you keenly. Oh, do stop! The look she gives Aligern, equally piercing, amplified by the withering glares of her sisters. If there's one thing we know about the changing god, dear, it's that he always has a contingency. This child was born here. The object of your obsession will have been reborn somewhere else. How can you be sure this body is a Castoff? You mean aside from your miraculous reformation? For one thing, there is your tattoo. All Castoffs has one, though its purpose is beyond me. And then, of course, there is your delicious naivety. Oh, come on. That's just mean. It could be faking it. You don't live hundreds of years without learning to lie convincingly. Oh, she sighs in expiration, then says to you, what do you think? Are you a newborn child, or are you a powerful immortal whom death has robbed of his memories? Elegant crosses his arms and growls, fine, what do you think? This should be interesting. I survived that fall, and I have skills and powers I don't recall learning. What if I am the changing god? I don't know. Possibly... Yeah, I'm just curious what they think. You obviously knew the changing god, Eligern. What do you think? Am I him? Dominant ties shifted? So I just refused to answer and just blue tide raised a small amount. Interesting. So I guess my personality kinda just changed a little bit. That is just the kind of question he would ask. He scrutinizes you in a way he hadn't before. You carry yourself with the same arrogance, the glint of knowing everything about our world and the worlds before it. Your personality, that's very much the same. I just don't like giving out information unnecessarily. If you're not him, you're not his god's damn spitting. You're his god's damn spitting image. Spits as if to emphasize the point. You will have a lot to answer for, from a lot of people. People like me, he thinks. Wow. And what are you basing that conclusion on, Eligern? Your feelings? He looks away and his composure slips a little. Gods, you are so rancid sometimes, Calistige. What was the blast of energy when I woke up? As I was telling my colleague, it was obviously a physiological reaction of some kind. I've never witnessed the birth of a Castoff, but yes, it could very well be caused by your nascent consciousness. Don't worry, I don't believe it caused any real harm. Not to me, at least. Really? You've been more abrasive than ever since we came in here. He shoots her a sidelong look. She just can't empathize with other people unless she's experimenting on them. Wow. Are you sure the surge didn't hurt you? If it did, it was damage in our minds. Though, you'd have to check if it carked her. I couldn't say, though. Tough to find normalcy there. At least we know it didn't hurt Eligern. That skull as thick as an organic stone. Do you know anything about the tides? I've heard that term before, a subject your sire studied in great depth. I'm afraid it isn't my field of inquiry. I want to ask something else, actually. Of course, child. Oh, of course, child. You must be disoriented. Okay. Before I woke, I was in some kind of dreamlike labyrinth with a glowing specter. With how hard you hit the ground. I'm surprised that's all you saw. Why do you seem to hate this changing god so much? His face is calm, but his voice is bitter and tired. You should know, shouldn't you? You've ruined lives, committed crimes, and now it seems like you've forgotten the harms you've engineered. You've left a trail of the dead and dying behind you. She and her echoes share an expression that is equal parts amused and appalled. He is not the changing god, Aligarn. Can I ask more questions about this Castoff body? I'm falling from the sky. If falling from the sky didn't kill me, is there anything that can? An excellent question. Having seen your regenerative abilities in action, I suspect they are primarily physical. Regrowth, if that's the case, you'd be unable to survive most varieties of physic or molecular decomposition, disintegration, conflagration, and so forth. Degenerative diseases could pose a problem, and I know of several entities capable of psychic destruction. As she speaks, a vision flashes into your mind. It's not yours, exactly. Somehow you know this is a memory of the changing gods. You're in a dark room lit by a myriad of blinking lights and holograms from the many machines surrounding you. What about a body that can withstand Sorrow's attacks? Says a voice. It seems to be coming from one of the machines. No, you reply. The thing has no respect for barriers of any kind. Physical, temporal, psychic. This is the only way. With a series of gestures, you bring up an image of a crystalline pod. If the resonance chamber works, it will give us the power to stop the Sorrow's hunt once and for all. We just need the right focal point. Catalyst. The memory fades. Calistige is still talking. You realize that the device you saw in the memory is identical to the one behind you now. It looks just like the Spectre had described it. A transparent sarcophagus inside a crystalline dome, with mechanical arms arrayed around it on a metal ring. Unfortunately, the dome is shattered and the sarcophagus is cracked, and one of the arms is in pieces on the floor. Whatever its function, it clearly needs repair. Or flesh-eating viruses? One presumes the disfigurement by iron wind would likewise be devastating enough to... I think he gets the point, Calistige. I saw a vision of myself in another time and place just now. You didn't see it, did you? I saw you stare into space while Calistige graphically described all the ways you could die, but that's about it. He snorts. I'll notice because I did the same thing. Oh. Do either of you know anything about the Sorrow? I've had my share of sorrows, but never the Sorrow. What's that? A disease? Calistige, her mouth compresses in a tight line. I know nothing about it. Do either of you know how to fix the crystal chamber there? Quest received. Fallen to earth. Aligarn chuckles, then firm and certain, and he says, not likely, though it might not be impossible. You need people with the appropriate knowledge. I'm sure the cult of the changing god will hold the answer. Her distance is evident in the expressions of her echoes, although the face of the one is the lead remains carefully impassive. You turn to the insane... What? You would turn to the insane to help a newborn. Where's your judgment, Aligarn? I would take him to the Order of the Truth. So the Changing God cult are a bunch of loonies. Okay. The Order of Truth? Are you mad? They would sooner take us apart. Looks like crazy scientists or just crazy believers. Aligarn? Oh, what's the Order of Truth? Knowledge seekers. The learned who try to wrest secrets from the hearts of the prior worlds. They gather in the city to exchange their findings and help humanity to build a brighter future. He smiles brightly. Our friend Elegern here wants one of them, though he probably knows more. Frauds, quacksalvers, and charlatans, they don't have all the answers, and I would not trust them with the changing God's secrets. Okay. You're just angry they couldn't help you with yours. Her echoes tinkle laughter. But I'm being too cruel, dear Algern. Let us take our new friend to the Order. So, what's the cult of the changing God? Despite what she says, they're not insane. They are eccentrics. She laughs, but he soldiers on. They are worshippers of you or your sire, the changing God. They devote their lives to understanding your kind. I don't know. I don't know. Order of Truth sounds more reasonable to me. No, I don't want to figure it out on my own. Calistage, will you take me to the Order of Truth? Of course. Once I provide an instruction to the priests, we'll have your chamber fixed in no time. You end up without your clothes and broken in a ditch while she laughs it off as a good experiment. It's probably best I come with you as well. Suspicious as always, Allegard, child. The world is an exciting place, but it is full of dangers. Rest assured, one of us will get you safely to where you need to be. I'll be right behind you. Sunny smile crosses her face. Scan thoughts. I shudder to think what Allegard might do to the child. Why? Why do you want to go with me? What's in it for you? I won't deny that you are an exciting find, but it's not about that. I just want to see you safely out of the reef. Who knows what secrets this child could help me find, if I can help him live long enough. I don't know. I can't start to... I don't know. I don't like you. Kid, you're not safe here. And not just because you're new. Treasure hunters patrol the reef, scavengers who would sell you for parts if they knew where you came from, what you were. He's not the changing God, he needs my help. And if he's... can I just change my mind and go to the cultists instead? Tell me about the cultists and the... charitability, lunatics. Allegern is in fine company with them. They find the God within a man, obsessively follow his movements, and canonize his get. They'll love you one way or another. No. I have some questions actually. Can we go to the other thing? You know, I kind of like. I would rather go with Allegard now because you seem to look at me just as a science project, and that just disturbs me on many levels. I'm just a guy. I'm kind of tempted to say that I'll figure it on my own. But alright, let's go. Where are we gonna go? You've gained your first companions. They will follow the last Castoff and can be controlled during a crisis. You can speak to them about their pasts and take advantage of their unique abilities and skills. Companions have their own motivations and personalities, and depending on the choices you make, they might not follow you forever. You will find more companions who can join you as you travel through the Ninth World. Take this opportunity to explore your surroundings. You may find items, equipment, and more to assist you. When you are ready, you can leave the Broken Dome using the stairs to the northeast. Okay. So...
All right.
Okay, I like this. Calistage, you look very interesting. So you're smart. Okay, I'm the smart pants in the team. I'll have no one challenge me about that. But you know, you're kind of okay. I mean, like, I understand your curiosity and probably don't care a lot about me. I mean, like, we know that for a fact. Oh, what is this? A mechanical arm lies on the floor, presumably broken during your fall. Sparks pour from the arm's shattered housing, filling the air with a greasy stench. Lower machinery, quick fingers. Can I just switch to my companions? Examine the housing. The sharply pointed apparatus that formerly topped the device appears burnt out and useless, but the equipment in the base remains at least somewhat operational, as the constant stream of sizzling motes can attest. Attempt to scavenge what you can from the arm's housing. If you select companions portrait in the effort window, they can assist the last Castoff with some challenges. Your companion's stat pools are used instead of your own, and they may have different skills, abilities, and statistics that may make the challenge easier. Companions cannot assist in a crisis and can only use their stats during their turn. Okay. So it's 45% for me, it's 75% for him, and what? 60% for her? Okay, let's spend 2 on it, like 1 on it. 65%, it's gotta be good enough. What would be the best if, instead of just, I'm like, having to find who is the most qualified for it, the one who's most qualified for it goes first. I'm like, just they are ordered by most qualified to least qualified. Success. Taking care to avoid the sparks, you extract several handfuls of shiny trinkets and coin-like objects. You recognize their value at once. Such objects would be accepted as shins, the informal currency in most regions of the world. So you gather them up and take them with you. Spray flash and 18 shins. Oh, that's just the healing pack. Okay, show more. No, it's good. We're good here.
All right.
What else? Oh, looks like... Oh, that's what I like. This is what I really missed. So, in Planescape Torment, that you can actually see what you can interact with, because I don't care for pixel hunting. So, we're just gonna see what we can interact in. Broken fragments of the dorm ceiling are scattered on the floor. They appear to be made of transparent synth. Okay. What about the chamber? Sunlight falls through the ragged hole in the roof onto the shattered resonance chamber. It is hard to believe that you did this, and you plummeted through the curve of the pale blue sky, crashed through the dome, and broke this delicate machine with your own body. It's hard to believe that you are still alive. And look at that! Managed to fall on the one thing that I should be using? 4 mechanical arms hang over the center of the device, above the cracked, semi-transparent crystal of the sarcophagus. The 5th arm lies broken on the floor, among the scattered synth and the crystal shards, and a metal ring surrounds the array, dented and broken by your impact crater. Take a closer look at the sarcophagus. The padded interior beneath the coffin's cracked lid looks like it was made for a human body. Despite the damage, you don't see any way to open it and get inside. You glance between the sarcophagus and the needle-like protrusions at the end of the arms above. It seems like that using this chamber would not be a pleasant experience. Examine the suspended arms. Cables run from machines along the dome's walls to the base of the suspended arms, each of which is capped with long needles aimed at the cracked, coffin-like chamber at the center of the platform. Gem-like lights flicker dimly at the base of the arms. Inspect the metal ring. You feel the slightest hint of resistance every time you cross the ring. And now that you're paying attention, you note that your breath is echoing in your ears, as though you were inside a glass dome. When you step outside the ring, the feeling passes. Examine the shards on the ground. Jagged fragments of crystal are intermingled with a scent from the shattered dome above. The crystal shards glitter in the light like captive suns. Pick up one of the crystal shards. At the rim of the crater, you find a sliver of crystal, sharp as a dagger on one end and smooth on the other. It might make a usable, if somewhat crude, weapon. Okay. Look for other useful shards. You sort through the remaining pieces of crystal, but they are too small or too unwieldy to be of any use. Okay. Can we take another look at the sarcophagus? No. It may be your imagination, but some of the cracks in the crystal seem shallower than they were before. Take another look at the sarcophagus? No. That's it. Step away from the device.
Here we go then.
Oh yeah, here we go. I like this. Let's pick it up. Let's Castoff. It's cool that it kind of sounds like it's a name as well. We're definitely taking it all. Is there a way to take it all? No, like, I really need the button for it. A slate black, unimpressive device hunkers before you. As you reach out to touch it, the triangle of lights on its casing blazes into life, and an image unfolds in your mind. A towering crystal arc rises over a jagged grey landscape. The air is dead and stifling, and there, at its emerald peak, the image collapses, leaving you staring into the device's triangular array of lights. Command me, the device, or the intelligence within it says, each word carefully etched with distance. Who are you? Your command was not understood. The intelligence says with clear satisfaction, sounding for all the world like it understood the question, but it is choosing not to answer. Command me. What was that arc you showed me? Your command was not understood. The intelligence chuckles, its lights pulsing. Command me. Okay. What commands do you recognize? The three lights throb irritably. Heated air sighs from the device's vents, and then a towering list of commands races through your mind. Far too fast to read. You rub your eyes, groaning, and the intelligence throttles. Command me, it says smugly. Smashing. Kick the device as hard as you can. No. Examine the outside of the device. An indignant hum rises from the intelligence's engines as you examine its ancient casing. Nothing looks out of the ordinary. You step back and the hum fades away. Show me that list of commands again. Slower, please. If anything, the list powers through your mind even faster than the last time. Command me! Intelligence draws. Can we do it again? No, it's the same thing. I'm gonna kick you. Kick the device as hard as you can. Oh, who can kick it the hardest? 60%? 75%? So, alright. Kick it. This deserves it. Do it. You gotta do it. The intelligence's lights flutter in alarm just before your foot smashes into the base of the device. Something within goes Crutch. Cell gating damaged. It gaps the trio of lights focusing on you with blinding intensity. All prisoners lost. Shuddering. Lugon Vo. Got some time. View shard. A hatch springs open near the dent left by your foot, and the lights flicker off as you claim a hissing component from the device's smooth, smoking interior. We got a view shard. The shard of glass displays an image of three strangely garbled. What? Strangely garbled. Where is it? Children in a field. The sequence of them playing a simple ball game repeats itself. After repeated viewings, you notice a small child standing further away in the field. This fourth child is looking directly at you. Her large eyes brim with fear. Okay. Continue. You're planning on breaking every machine in here? You did it! Come on! You want to talk? I just had the idea, we should kick this. You kicked it, and now you're reprimanding me for it? Come on, Alligard. I know better than this. Maybe the crazy people will not have the chance to take this place. Okay, what is this? These tiny glowing motes float through the interior of this tower. Each one is surrounded by much smaller motes, like thousands of worlds circling their suns. Okay. What is this? Flexible tubes that are attached to this machine appear to be later additions. Somehow cobbled the device together, but its function is unclear.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. And I believe this is a good time to take a break. So hope you guys had fun. Tell me if you did, and see you around. And have a good one, guys.